Hello, beautiful YouTube family. Welcome back for another video with When the Stars Aligned. Now, I've been a little bit off my game with videos, but I'm excited to be back, and I've got lots of exciting content coming on the way soon. This video in particular is about emotional generators. It has been widely requested from many of followers here, and I take it that a lot of you are emotional generators, so let's jump into it. I have a strong connection with this type, because I myself am a pure generator. But the way I am conditioned most, I notice, is I lean towards being an emotional generator, which is really interesting. And we'll talk a little bit about that, conditioning and deconditioning as an emotional generator. Or now, emotional generators, you are a generator, but you have a defined solar plexus. So this is the solar plexus center, and it is the most powerful, it is the most loud of the centers in the human design body graph. And this is because what is more powerful than raw emotion? What is more visceral and strong and transformational than someone who is feeling something really powerfully? You know, those times when, or maybe you are this person as an emotional generator, you walk in a room and people notice. Because if you're really happy, everyone's buzzing around you. Because as a generator, already you're open, you're enveloping, you draw people to you like a magnet. You're like a magnet for life. And that emotional center is so juicy. People love emotion. That's why drama and gossip is probably the biggest business and industry in the world. Media, movies, gossip, Inquire magazines, People magazines. It's all about the emotional energy that people want to be a part of. So it's a juicy energy. It's like honey. You walk in the room and you're happy and everyone loves you and feels you. You walk in the room and you're angry, well, you better believe every single person in that room is going to know and they're going to feel it. And depending on their design, it's going to bring something up for them. So you've got a really powerful responsibility as an emotional generator. And also a really powerful amount of fun to have, and such an amazing influence you can have with that much emotional raw power. But it is something that you have to find the timing for it. You have to find your timing, your rhythm, your cycle. Now, think of a fruit, right? Let's say you grew a tree. You're growing an apple tree, and you plant the seed. Does that apple tree pop up right overnight? No, it's probably going to take years. But let's say, all right, you've waited the time, and the tree is there, and it starts to have all these little apple blossoms. Well, in spring and summer and fall, you start to see them grow and get juicier and riper. But it's about waiting for that perfect time to pick and eat that apple. You wait for it to grow to its ripeness and its juiciness and its crispness, where it's sweet and it's no longer underripe. And then you pick it and you eat it, and you have to, first wash it and then bite it and chew it. It's this whole process. And this is how I liken the situation of an emotional generator. Being a generator can sometimes feel like you just want to say yes or no. Yeah, okay, I want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. But for an emotional generator, you have this added strategy, which is timing and riding your emotional wave. So your emotional wave is like that apple. If you jump off the wave too soon, if you pick the apple 2 months too early, you're going to bite into it and it's going to taste awful and it's going to be sour and you're going to want to spit it out. And this is how it is with your emotions. If you indulge and you act upon something before your emotions are synced up inside of you, it's going to create a sour taste, and it's something you're going to spew out, and it will probably not have the best effect on other people around you if you're around other people. Now, this is just as much a gift as it is a burden at times, because it's that powerful emotion that actually allows you to transform people's lives for the better. What feels better than if you're down and you have someone who has such a powerful emotional state, and they come and they raise you up and they lift you up and they breathe some fire into you, they breathe some life into you, and you feel expanded. I'm sure you can think of a moment in your life where you met someone or you had an encounter with someone and they just blew your mind away. Just from their being and what they said to you and how they were with you and how they made you feel changed you. This is the gift you have as an emotional generator. You have the gift to uplift and transform people, to inspire them by how much you can feel and how much you can pour out that feeling. And there's the other half. If you don't wait that right timing, if you don't learn how to cultivate patience with yourself and learn how to remove yourself from situations when you feel yourself getting emotionally high or emotionally really low, you can say things and you can be in such a way that can really have an impact on people for the worse. And you may move on because you know you didn't really mean it. But other people, they don't know that. And maybe they have an open emotional center and then something in them was imprinted. So I'm not saying this at all to bash you emotional generators, because you're freaking awesome. And you have the juice for the world. You have the magic of feeling for the world. You get to teach the world through example what it is to feel and what it is to embrace the highs responsibly, just as much as you embrace the lows responsibly. So for you, it's about emotional mastery. Generators are here to find what they love, to find what sets their soul on fire, to feel satisfied by life. Emotional generators are here to really feel those things that bring them that satisfaction and to be able to identify, okay, this puts me in this feeling state. How can I take responsibility? I'm not going to blame it on the person or the situation or the food or the circumstance. I'm going to take emotional responsibility. I can see here that this is triggering the emotion of anger in me. Okay, anger, you're a juicy emotion. Let me take some time and sit with you and then find a way to conducively use you and utilize you. Because if there's one thing generators are good at, and there's lots of things, it is using energy. We are built for it. We're generators. So it's about how can you use your emotional energy so that it's benefiting you and those around you. And often this will really help when it's linked with what brings you satisfaction in life. Some kind of career, some kind of passion, some kind of hobby. So you're really powerful emotional generators. I love you guys. I say that I was conditioned as an emotional generator because I had an emotional manifesting generator sister. I still do. And things were pretty tumultuous in our childhood. And me being an open emotional center, I took on a lot of her emotion. So I can see how I can act out in that shadowy energy of the emotional generator at times. But I also see that it's a gift for me to learn, and I know that these things happen for reasons because they become our gifts that we learn and we cultivate and we harness and we amplify to really use them for good and to use them for upliftment. So for any of you generators or emotional generators, if you are keen to dive in on a recorded reading with me, I have just changed my readings and my prices because I have been studying a lot about human design, more so than I have ever before in these past 6 months, and I continue to deepen and plan to continue to deepen. So my readings now are longer. They go for 45 minutes, and I cover gates, I cover more about the centers, all of the other things, diet, digestion, your senses, left brain, right brain, ideal routine, ideal environment. I go into all of it, but much more time and much more in depth with very key aspects of your chart. So these readings are now $75, but you can check them out on my website, read all about it, and order one whenever you're ready. From one generator to another, lots of love. When the stars align, subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments what you thought and what other videos you'd like to see on human design, and I'll be sure to share them.